Welcome to my review. This is a double shot review, actually. Doing something a little different this week. A double shot review. I'm going to cover a movie briefly that I've already done, and I'm going to dive into the sequel. I'm talking The Craft. The Craft. I'm always backwards. And The Craft Legacy, these two movies. I'm covering both of them. Now, if you look up here, right above me, in the iCard, I have talked about The Craft previously. You can see my full-on review, my full-on thoughts there on that review. But I'm going to talk about The Craft Legacy mostly. I recently watched it. I have opinions. If you hear it in the background, there's a storm happening. The thunder and stuff starting to happen. So if you hear the booms in the background, it's just that. I want to know what y'all think. Started to do this. Yes, no. Do I look okay? Should I stop if ahead of myself? I don't know. Susie got me a new cup at Spirit Halloween the other day. Halloween 2. Cool ass cup. That was pretty awesome. It's been a good month. I've enjoyed this month. It's been fun. We're in the last week of October. The last little bit for us to do. So I've loved it. I've loved every second of this. I've enjoyed being able to just talk scary movies, man. It's been fun. The final ones for the week, pretty dang awesome, actually. Just a quick heads up, I did not get to do my retro rewind this month. Man, scheduling it was crap. I am for sure going to have one next month. Maybe two. I might fit in a second one next month as a make good. I don't know. No promises. No promises. It's just a thought. Maybe. So there's that. So no, I didn't get to do that this past weekend. For those who didn't know, I didn't get to do it. And I didn't get to do Crown Jewel because work just swamped me, and then I had a funeral, and it was a rough week this past week. So, but I'm here today. I'm here today to do these. Lots of good movies this month. It's all good, man. It's all good. Before I do anything else, though, hey, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and share this video with your friends if they like scary movies or movies of the horror genre or something freaky like these. Also, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Both of the links are down in the comments below. You can go to any of the YouTube channels I do have down there. People who do different things, who are good at this job, probably better than me. Go check them out. You might actually enjoy their content. I sure fucking do. So let's go ahead. Okay, let me... I'm in the zone. Let's talk about this. The Craft. Let me kind of touch on The Craft. So The Craft stars Neve Campbell and Brain Fart. It stars, Neve Campbell, Robin Tunney as Sarah, Rachel True, and what's the last girl's name? Fairuza Balk. I'm slowly looking through my notes to see if I have any of the names. I also had Skeet Ulrich, one of my favorite underrated actors, just saying. They're all witches. The four corners of, north, south, east, west, all the powers combined. Captain Planet, he's the hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. He's the power magnified, and he's fighting on the planet side. I'm sorry. So yeah, they're witches, and the thing I liked, like I said, I'm not going to get deep into this, but the thing I really liked about this movie is you saw their powers progress. You saw as they, found the reasons that they wanted to do it, and how it affected them in the long term, and then their decision-making process, and how they ultimately treated Sarah's character, and how it was for themselves, but it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't all with bad intentions. Just a couple things to do for themselves, to make themselves in better positions, and to just kind of kind of work through it. And that's the thing with this movie. It's these 4 girls. 3 are clearly witches. They're clearly witches, and they're looking for their 4th. They already have their powers. They're already developed. So they're already kind of, searching. And then they find their 4th, which is, she's played by, Kaylee Spaney? I don't know. But she plays Lily, who is honestly my favorite character in the whole movie next to, what is his name? Timmy. Timmy is fucking great. I liked him. But her and Tabby. I like Tabby too. Tabby's a little more level-headed from the newer movie. But the other 2 are kind of toss away to me. Just how I feel. I don't feel like I connect with all 4 girls. In the original, I felt like I could connect with all 4 girls. And I know you gotta kind of let a movie, stand on its own 2 legs. But when it's a sequel, and it's a loose sequel, but it's a sequel to a movie that I hold highly in regards, and I thoroughly enjoy, and I do watch every once in a while, and I like the movie. You can't help but compare it. And you see the way the witches in this movie and the witches in that movie, how in Legacy, they just, boom, they've got it. And it's all because of Lily. Lily is the key. Lily is like the most powerful witch, period. And I'm not going to give away spoilers. This is only a movie about a year old, so maybe you still haven't seen it. It's still kind of old, so I'm not going to throw any spoilers out there at anyone yet. I'm going to keep all that stuff to myself for you guys, so you're welcome. But when... how do I put this? So when you see this movie and you think back to the older movie, and it's like, okay, I got to see, Bonnie, Sarah, Rochelle, and Nancy progress and see where their paths led them to where Nancy became the antagonist, right? Or the protagonist, sorry. And how Sarah and Rochelle kind of followed her because, they've been friends, and Sarah's kind of new. And they do that similarly, except the movie tells you men are bad. Well, wizards are bad, more specifically, with the reveal of the villain of the movie, which really doesn't even... Great ambiance. I hope the power doesn't die because my lights will go dead and I won't have lights for the rest of this review. Please don't take the power. So, it's similar structures, but the reveal that they do in the latter half of the movie with the bad guy and his motivation, it's like, what? Really? And that's supposed to be a big reveal. David Duchovny, who's in this movie. I don't know. I'm going to look up the other 2 girls. Who are the other 2 girls? Gideon Alden. She plays Frankie. She's not bad, but she's just... And then Zoe Luna, who plays... Lordies? I don't know. Michelle Monaghan's in this movie. She was pretty good. David Duchovny, he's got boys and she's got girls, and, they're the Brady Bunch. They're all moving into the same house together. And yeah, Timmy's the friends of one of his boys. One of his boys die, and it's like, oh my gosh. So it's everyone's grieving. And then, Timmy's my favorite character next to Lily. I think they're my 2 favorite characters from the sequel. And I know it's not really a super duper review as much as just my thoughts on certain things. I'm just different. I'm bouncing around. It's what I do, okay? I'm sorry. But I can honestly say, and my wife probably don't even know this, but I can honestly sit there and honestly tell you that I like Lily better than any of the 4 characters from the first movie. I found her more enduring. I felt for her more. I rooted for her more. And I feel like it was a choice to make her as strong-willed as she was. Like, she certainly had her weaknesses at points, but she wasn't afraid to stand up. She wasn't afraid to ultimately get into the shit, I guess. So watching her, and I liked her more than I did the other characters. I honestly did. And it was nice. It was nice to see that. Where in the first one, you know, Nancy turns on everyone, and then, you know, Bonnie and Rochelle, they follow, and they try to torture Sarah. Where Sarah, who is the most powerful, and she's just a natural witch, just like Lily, fights back and then binds their powers. It's kind of cool. Which is why the ending of this movie and the reveal about Lily and her backstory and the fact that she was adopted, small spoiler, and you find out her birth mother, and it's the reason why the bad person is after Lily in this movie, which you don't find out again until the latter half of the movie. It's just like, what? Okay, I guess it was I don't know. It's kind of like they didn't retcon. Maybe I'm not remembering something a certain way, but I don't know. It's the ending is what kind of kills it for me. This movie. I didn't hate Legacy, but I honestly didn't think Legacy was as good as the first one. But I will say Lily's a better character. The background and the story they do with Timmy and his arc, where he starts off as super douchebag, and she does the love spell, and he turns out to be a really great guy, and you're like, God, it's not a love spell, but for him to be himself. It was like a charm for him to be more like himself than he was initially, right? If that makes sense. Yeah? Okay. So that's basically where that was at. It was just, oh, okay, got it. Deal. Cool. Tracking like a train, man. Tracking like a train. So, I don't even know what I was saying. What? Huh? I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at my hair. I freaking love my hair. I think my hair looks great like this. It's not a perfect ponytail or nothing, but it was a rush job to get it done and fix it. It was a rush job. I'm sorry. This isn't what I do on a normal. It's not what I do on a normal. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a YouTube channel. It's all about Zach's tips. Zach's tips and how to do hair, right? How to do hair. So I'm going to have to do some new pro pics with the ponytail and stuff. Be like, look at me, man. I look good. Got a haircut, by the way. You know, stuff's happening this week. Got to take care of. Cool stuff. I'll be in Branson. It'll be fun. But yeah, you could definitely see the comparisons in the two movies. The plots are similar. It does deviate towards the end. Craft Legacy is not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie by far. It is a really good movie with just some shit points and some bad dialogue at points. David Duchovny wasn't really that great to me. The rest of the cast, the girls were fine. They were serviceable. Again, they're not the girls from the first movie as far as a collected group. I think they fast-tracked their powers too much. Like, they were floating each other within, like, minutes of them coming together because she's the fourth, and she connected them all, and she's the natural witch, and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. It was like, yeah. I don't know. It's not for everyone. Most of it wasn't for me, but I did like the movie. I'd recommend it. I'd watch it again. You know, I would. So I'm going to give The Craft, again, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. And I gave The Craft Legacy 6 out of 10. It's just above middle of the ground. It's you know, middle of the ground, and it's about here, right? So that's just what it is. But thank you guys for watching. Remember, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I will see you guys with my retro review of The Shining 1980. That's my next one. I hope you guys enjoy it. I sure will. I'll see you guys in that video. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, join the nation. I'll see you later.
Thank you.